Well, sometimes it is, yeah. Especially at our age, it is. But nobody's going to help you with it. All righty. Wherever I was. Hold on. There's an ad. There was ad showed up on the YouTube feed. Where was I? Oh, yes. We're starting the net here, even though it doesn't appear we are. It was late on the YouTube and it was late on the Facebook, and we got distracted by all the activity there at the clock. At any rate, right now you can go to YouTube and you can see us on the web here, and you can listen to stations you might not otherwise hear at your location, and you can kind of gauge how your signal is compared to others, and it's just a neat way to hear things that you might not normally hear. You can also go to 146.415.net for information on Simplex, and you can go to groups.io, put in MJSS if you haven't already done so. In their search block to come up, you can see our net schedule, or you can sign up for our email system. There's about 190 something, 94, 5 or 6 people in there. And a good place for getting reminders for nets, not just ours, but other pertinent local nets, as well as asking technical questions, getting support from other hams that have more experience than you, and it's a great resource. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net, and I refer all of those questions to Mike, KM4YRF, who does the 10-meter net on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. on your local radio. In fact, it's on your radio, nobody else's. And that's on at 28.415, 28.415. Moves on to 29.415. You don't have to remember this now, he'll tell you. And that's on FM. Again, the only FM net on 10 meters that I'm aware of in the southern states. Somebody prove me wrong. And then, anyway, then it moves on to 223.415. And tonight for us, we're going to start here on 146.415, which we already did, 146.415 FM, and we're going to move over to 446.415 FM, and then we're onward and upward to 50, actually downward, 50.135, and then we're going to move up again to 223.415 on FM, but that 6-meter frequency was on the upper sideband. I think I said that. Anyway, announcements, don't have a thing except for the 17th and the 18th is the Huntsville Amateur Radio Club's annual event, which is a good one. Their Ham Fest is really big. It's bigger than anything that's around here, and it's I'd say it almost rivals Orlando, but I haven't been to Orlando in 13 years, so it could be huge, and I wouldn't know. And I've never been to Dayton, and I understand that's bigger than anybody. So anyway, by the way, it's a $15 fee. I think you can buy it online for cheaper. Just go to hamfest.org, HAMFEST.org. Any other announcements we need to know about?
Oh, I don't think YouTube started.
It did start. It's on. It's been on. It says it's on my end. You might want to refresh it. I show 5 people watching. And 4 thumbs up. I think that's what that little symbol means. Whatever that means. No, we know what it means. It means up yours. That's what it means. Thumbs up. Is anybody else seeing the YouTube video?
It's good enough south.
All right, very good. Appreciate it. He's getting down south, so YouTube frequencies signal's getting down there. Mike, you got to pay your bill there for the internet.
Yeah, on my screen it just says something went wrong.
That's always something goes wrong. There was something wrong. Something wrong. All righty. All right. We're not dealing with your people's inability to get the YouTube video, but at least I can't help you out. I mean, it says it's there, and I'm looking at it. I can see my signal and what's on the screen there. So, where was I? No more announcements? No other announcements? Okay, I got to make sure everybody knows, and I'll put it on, just put it in the record here. We need to get more people, if they can, if they're able to, on the DMR, D-Star, and C4 FM nets that are on Simplex. We do it Saturdays at 7:15. I mean, 7 o'clock, 7:15 and 7:30. 7 o'clock is DMR, 7:15 is D-Star, and 7:30 is C4FM, and they're all on 146.460. Now, three different people do the net control, me, Mike, and Larry down in Rockville. But that doesn't mean you wouldn't be able to check in, because we have check-ins that, they're relay check-ins, because if you're 50 miles away from Larry down in Rockville, no, you're not going to be able to check in. But usually one of the other of us can get in there for you. So, I mean, we're averaging 6 and 7, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 people on the check-ins, but I don't see any growth, and I just want to encourage everyone to check in and don't worry. In fact, hook up your HT. If you have a C4FM HT or a C4FM DMR, hook it up to your big antenna and go that way, because you're not going to get in with an HT usually. Anyway, started listening. And by the way, tonight is net number 1026. We're about 7 weeks away from the 10-year anniversary, where we're going to give away big gifts. I don't know what they are. Big gifts. And we're starting from the south, but first we're going to take check-ins from the short on time, mobile, or first time check-in. So let's do that category first. Hello, Jeff. You feeling okay?
No, not really. A lot of sinus issues, but other than that, just business as usual. But I just want to go and get in and get out, because I'm not going to be able to stay around for the whole night. So I'll let you carry on. So hello everyone. It's WY4G.
Very good. Appreciate you being there, Jeff. He's got a big signal out of Madison. That's Jeff, Whiskey, Yankee, 4 Golf. Who else is short on time, mobile or first time checking?
Kilo Charlie 8, November Oscar mobile.
Hello, a second. 2 Jeffs in a row, man. We need one more Jeff. How you doing?
Yeah, they're both Jeff CAVALCADE of NETS mobile. Lebanon Road, 109 going west, coming into Mount Juliet. Doing all right. Hit up the Wilson Amateur Radio Club meeting tonight. And, give it a good listen here, and we'll listen in through the net here on the way back to my home station in northwest Wilson County. Jeff, KC8 and L. Back to you, Paul.
Very good. That's Jeff, Kilo Charlie 8, November Oscar, and he is mobile on the way back from the Wilson Amateur Radio Club meeting that was tonight. Hope that went well. Anybody else, any place, anywhere, who is mobile, short on time or first time checking, or second time checking? No, first time checking.
November 1, Mike Delta Juliet mobile.
4 Lima November X-ray.
Hold on to November X-ray. I heard Mike in there. I think you're mobile too, aren't you, Michael? N1 MDJ.
QSL, I'm mobile and just left the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club meeting, and we had the ARRL represented tonight. 2 of the section leaders from the ARRL were there.
Oh, that's great. Did they talk about anything good?
They let us complain about some of the things we thought that weren't good, and they talked about some things that are good as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's always the complaints. I mean, I don't ever complain about the ARRL. It's just, not that I have any serious problems. There's no sense in it. There they are sitting up there in Connecticut trying to run 50 states, and they're all, it's like herding sheep. I mean, herding not sheep, but herding cats.
Well, my complaint is I paid for QSL magazine or QSB magazine, and I've not been getting it. And all I've been able to do is leave voicemail. So I got a person that I could actually let know what I felt about that.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yes, I still get it. I paid for it and I get it. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about that.
Well, I missed it. I paid for it and I'm not getting it.
Oh, I agree. Well, I paid for issues of CQ magazine. I had a 3 or 4 year subscription or whatever it was. Them, they went out and they stopped publishing.
That was a good one. I remember that. I wish we still had those magazines. They're going away, unfortunately. And that's my unplugged time. And that was one of my complaints with the ARRL. They should have just increased the membership and kept everybody with the magazine.
I think you're right, and because I think that more people would are more well, maybe not. I don't know which way it goes. I don't know whether they're more responsive to ads, sitting and taking their time reading a magazine, or they're more responsive to an ad they can click on when it's online.
Well, here's the thing too. Since I published articles in the magazine, since it's online, I really haven't
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it certainly does. Yeah, that is a little odd, but no, altogether, I think they do a pretty good job considering all the different avenues that they try to address.
Yeah, they were good at representing and mentioned that they're the only organization that represent ham radio to the government, which the government wants to take everything away. People with a lot of money, companies with a lot of money are buying up bandwidth left and right. That's our biggest risk.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I do understand that issue. I don't know that we've lost any recently or threats recently, but I'm sure that those are out there as the business community grows.
Well, that's all I got. I enjoy talking on the radio, and I'm glad you're having the net. I don't usually take time or have the time to check in, so thank you for letting me have my time in your ear, and I'll turn the net back to everybody else. 73s, and hope everybody's having a good day. November 1, Mike Delta Julie, back to net.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Well, as you know, and probably everybody else I think knows, that it's a casual net, and if somebody's got something to say, I don't ever stop them, ever, unless it gets weird or something, but that doesn't happen too often. But that was good, Michael. Who was the November X-ray station? Please come in.
Kilo Foxtrot 4, Lima, November X-ray. Name here is Jared. Julia Alpha Romeo Echo Delta. Mobile and downtown level.
Oh, very good. Jared, have we met before? Oh, he's mobile. Jared is mobile. KF4 Lima November X-ray. Are you not copying me now, Jared? Is anybody copying Jared? Because I'm not copying him.
But he's strong here at Boston.
Yeah, I'm not copying him at all here. He just went dead. Jared, are you there? K4 PW.
Yeah, I'm not hearing now. KE4
Must have dropped off. Hope he's all right. If anybody hears him, let me know, because I can't. Again, I was hearing him okay, a little noisy, but I heard him fine. Who else is any place, anywhere on the mobile, short on time or first time taking? All righty, well then we'll start from the south. Please come now. Hello, Tony. Are you doing anything good today?
I'm moving. Spent most of the weekend moving only enough to avoid being considered dead.
Yeah, you didn't do any exercise?
No, I did. I rode the bike. I got about 7.5 miles today.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's important. I know. I don't know about you, but again, I've said it many times on the air. I like hold a gun to my head to go out and exercise.
Yeah, well, I had days. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get on this bike. Oh man.
Yeah, no, especially when it gets hot. I rather enjoy it when it's in really cool weather in the winter and the garage is nice and cold. But when it gets hot, that garage, even with the fan on me, it is uncomfortable. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's about it. Good deal.
Very good. That was Tony. He's in Smyrna. Good signal. KF4, KFQ, and yeah, good signal. It's funny how it's good signal on this, but the signal sometimes he can't hear people from other northeast or north, in particular north and northwest. It's because it's unusual terrain problems down there, or at least north of him, I should say. Who else is from the south? Hey, very good, Larry. I copy you better on C4. I mean on D Star than I do here. Very good. That was Larry. He's in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He does a C4 FM net. I mean the D Star net. Excuse me. D Star net at 6:15. No, man, I'll get it straight yet. 7:15. That's 19:15 hours on Saturday nights. 19:15. 7:15 local. That's Central. On 146,460. Who else is south?
KE4TYJ.
Hello, Mr. Jim. What's up?
Not too much. Just joining in that. Everybody doing well, it seems like.
Yeah, you and Mrs. doing okay?
Oh yeah, we're hanging in there like a hair and a biscuit.
Yeah, are you talking about your mother-in-law like that?
If I have to.
She doing okay?
Oh yeah, she's all right.
I just want to make sure. It's as you know, my mother lived with my mother and my mother-in-law lived with us, but they were in their later, you know, their final years, I call it that. It was a little rough sometimes.
Well, she's reaching mid-80s, so she doesn't get around as good as she used to, but she still gets around.
No, I understand. And both of ours had some mobility. When we took them out, though, it was always in a wheelchair. It's not that they couldn't ambulate, it's just that they couldn't ambulate very far. So yeah, I get it. And they were both, you know, they were moving into their 90s when we got them, so it was pretty rough. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling there's a difference. I don't know if I'd do that again, but I'm too old. I'm going to be the one getting rough, you know.
Oh, absolutely. At least I know I have one child of mine said that he'd take care of me, so I got that going. You know, he'll wheel me around at the rest home. He said, I don't know how true that is, but we'll wait and see.
Tell him to put it in writing.
Oh, absolutely. All right, Paul, I'll let you get back at it. Good to have you aboard. And we shall talk later. This is KE4TYJ. Thank you, sir.
Very good. That's Jim. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. He is in Woodbury with a good signal because he's got a beam pointed in this direction. I think it's a 13 element beam. Who else is south? Anybody east?
KM4,
Anybody copying that signal?
I'm sure not.
I don't know. No, I can't believe you couldn't hear Larry on the C4 FM.
Yeah, I couldn't. I didn't hear a peep, and I was listening for him.
Man, that's weird. And your antennas, well, I don't know. I think it's conditional things because I can, even on C4 FM, I heard him great. And then we come over here and he's really noisy. I mean, really noisy. I can still copy him, but it was really noisy.
I can normally hear him on C4 FM, but I just didn't tonight.
Weird. Anyway, anything else for the net? You let's see. Oh, are you still taking Fridays off?
Yes. I had to call in some help yesterday. I was doing nothing and I didn't get through.
Yeah. You know, I lie about stuff when I say I actually do work. I don't actually do anything.
Well, I tell you, I try to use Friday as a day of rest, and then on Saturday and Sunday I try to get a few things done. And the only thing I really accomplished today was I cooked a pretty good beef roast in the crock pot.
A what roast did you say?
A beef roast.
Oh, how big was it?
Just big enough for three of us.
Well, that's what I was trying to determine if there was any enough for me.
Well, there might be a little bit less.
No, there's something about doing a beef roast in a pot, you know, in a crock pot, and then taking the juices around there and slapping it on some mashed potatoes or whatever. It doesn't matter what you put it on.
Taters, carrots, onions, garlic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
I normally, a lot of times, especially if I got other things to do, I'll get the little round potatoes in a can already ready to go. And but this time I peel the real potatoes, put them in there, and the carrots, and always cut up an onion, and it was just really really good.
Yeah, but my favorite are the baby red potatoes.
Well, I tell you now, I can eat the baby reds, but that's just not my favorite.
I'm with you. Well, the problem with the potatoes is you can't put them in at the same time you start the roast because then they get soggy as all get up.
Oh yeah, these potatoes were they were pretty good sized potatoes, and I put them in there whole, so they managed to make it.
Yeah, it makes me want to get a pot roast now.
Well, I highly recommend it, and I guess I have nothing else. So back to net control. Thank you, Paul, for being there and doing what you do.
Yeah, if we could only figure out what I do. Maybe that's it. It's do. That was Michael, KM4YRF. He is in Mount Juliet, here about 2 miles east of me. And we keep on having conflicting signal reports because he hears things I can't hear, and I hear things he can't hear, and it's weird. Who else is east? I was a double in there, but Stan surprisingly won. KM4HQ. What's going on, Stan?
Same old, Paul. How about you?
I know, life can be pretty repetitive, can it?
Yes, it can.
In fact, sometimes. That's why I like to have fun. Doing other things, being silly. Anything else going on good with you? I mean, any significant ham escapades?
No, not so far. I'm looking forward to the Jarvis Hall at the transition, but don't think they've gotten there yet.
Very good. Which antenna do you use now for the 2 meters?
Say again?
Which antenna do you use for 2 meters on FM here?
I'm using the FT8 A900.
Oh, wait, the rig. Okay, I was saying which antenna you were using.
Oh, I'm using the Dominic top end.
Okay, no, it's doing very well. That's why I was asking. Well, very good. Anything else for the net stand?
No, that's all for all of that. KM4HQ.
Very good. That's Stan. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike for a Hotel Quebec Echo. Anybody else west? I mean east. I mean, can't keep it straight.
5 rough KF4 ZDG.
Hold on. I had a couple in there. ZDG. Hang on, Kevin. Did I hear? Who did I hear in there? I heard. Well, the other Lebanon station. Who was it?
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
That's the one. How could I forget? You got a good signal tonight.
Well, I pushed that antenna up another 10 foot. And I think it's doing a lot better. I talked to Ricky last Friday, and he seemed to like it. I've seemed to like it so far. I just thought I just plugged in until you were on the net, so I thought I'd say hi.
Yeah, no, it's actually, that's what's neat about having a Simplex available to you. You know, just people who are often on Simplex, because it's easy to get good signal reports off a repeater. You know.
Oh yeah, same with DMR. I mean, you're usually going to get good reports, but like I say, this is like the true form. Line of sight, house always makes a difference.
Yeah, well, that's no, it just makes it better. I get a kick out of it when people have told me, not recently, but people have told me, they go, you know, until your Simplex net came along, I used to just see which repeaters I could chunk.
I know I've thought about this since the last few years since I've been in this hobby. If I had started into this hobby before I had the stroke and couldn't get around, I'd probably have antennas all over my backyard, front yard. My wife would probably divorce me.
Yeah, well, it's good to say. I'll throw ham radio away if it meant the difference I keep from my wife. You know.
Well, probably too. But the thoughts in there, I can see her already talking about. You're going to put up another antenna? Really? No, I don't think so.
Well, I've already been through that a few times. Hey, what's that thing up on the roof? I didn't tell her about it. Oh, what's the matter? Well, what is it? It's an antenna. Well, that doesn't look very good. I go, well, you didn't notice it for a year.
See, that's the thing with mine. I mean, she wouldn't know the difference if she unless I pointed it out to her. But then after a while, she'd start looking. But like I say, if I get around in the backyard, I'd probably have several more antennas and make a lot of people unhappy. I've got a neighborhood behind me that has elderly people, and they've already expressed displeasure, even though they don't know what I'm doing.
They express displeasure about the appearance of it?
They don't know enough about ham radio that it's going to mess up their TV.
I'll tell the story again. When I first got married and I moved in here with my wife, my new wife, she tells the neighbor, I could hear her on the phone telling the people next door, she goes, if you have any problems with your radio or television, and she goes, if you have any problems, Paul's in ham radio, it might be him. And I'm telling, what was wrong with you?
The very first antenna I put up, my neighbor across the street said, oh, you're doing ham radio? Yeah, now you're messing up my TV. And I was like, at that point in time, all I was doing was DMR. It was digital. I'm thinking, yeah, you have no clue.
No, anyway, but anything we're doing on radio, on FM, isn't going to bother anybody. And even if it did, technically it's their problem. And anyway, most people who, I can't remember the last time I heard somebody having a problem with it, unless they were like doing 1,500 watts on 10 meters, you know?
That's true. I mean, I run 100 watts max on anything. I just try to run the bare minimum that I need to run. But if that perception is out there, and it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah, I know. Well, part of that is a carryover too from CB.
That's very true. Because people used to run what they call barefoot and run power like tons of watts to kilowatts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, no, I'm glad it's going well, and your antenna's doing a good job for you there, Mike.
Well, I just have to plug in. I moved my headset over to my 991 Alpha and hit the button, and you were there. So I thought, well, heck, I'll check in.
Yeah, it's worth it, isn't it?
It certainly is. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to it, and appreciate you being out there, Paul, because it really does give me the ability to check my antennas. So thanks a lot. And I'll talk to you again soon. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, very good. That's Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India Papa. Everybody should have been able to hear that anyway, but he's in 11. I think that was Kevin. It's KI4ZDG, is it not?
It would be correct. How are you doing, Paul?
Doing good. See, all I heard was ZDG, and I had to fill in the blanks, and I thought I was right.
Yeah, you are absolutely right.
Did you, since you are in the aviation business kind of, actually.
Yes, sir.
No, the reason I said that, I thought of you. I was watching that show, Mayday. I think you've probably seen it. I think it was Mayday. There's a couple of shows regarding that kind of stuff, and it talked about JFK crashing, or JFK Jr. when he crashed. His plane crashed. I'm not saying he crashed it, but they said one of the problems might have been, and I couldn't believe it when I heard it. Really, he had 17 different flight instructors during the years that preceded him getting licensed.
I haven't heard that. I always assumed his problem was that he was running against Hillary Clinton.
No, JFK Jr. or RF
in the New York Senate race.
Oh yeah. I don't remember what happened, to tell you the truth, but no, he is. He's what a knucklehead. But he is. No, he was actually seemed like a pretty good guy. I don't know what his deal was, but you hate to see anybody die in a plane crash.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. I don't know. I know I've read about it and watched shows on it before, but I know it was. I don't know if he was an instrument rated pilot or not, but I think he was in some pretty, not really hard instrument weather, but he was just the coast and some fog, and just there was a lot of factors against him.
And it was night. It was nighttime showing up too.
Yeah, I remember like the first time I ever flew out to the coast and kind of that haze and everything like that. It was it was very disorienting. So yeah, I can see exactly what could have happened to him out there.
Well, I think the coup de grace to the story was they had an interview with his last his last flight instructor. And the flight instructor explained some of the things that he was a busy guy. He was often late to his classes, and he was busy. He was just a busy man, and a lot going on. And he said he even offered on that flight, the flight with him and his wife and his wife's sister, that he was willing to fly the plane for him.
Yeah, I think I've heard that as well.
Anyway, it was just an interesting story, and I always cringe when I see that kind of stuff because, like I said, it's I've had not a couple of times spatial disorientation. I didn't know that's what it's called, but they said that's a real problem for a lot of pilots in small planes.
Yeah, I mean it can be. So I mean it's just I don't know. I hate it for him or anybody that happens.
Oh no, it's horrible, really. Anyway, anything else how are you doing? Okay?
Yeah. Just got my daughter's birthday and got a bunch of girls over here, so luckily they're outside right now, so it's quiet.
Yeah, if it's quiet, there's something wrong.
Well, it's quiet inside.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, I don't envy you. How many daughters do you have?
2.
Oh yeah. I'm just glad I had boys because, like a friend of mine he said, he goes, he had one daughter and she was about 9 at that time. And she's now an adult, but he goes, my daughter gets the best of me every time, and I don't even know it. She pulls things on me. Then my wife tells me later that I've been had.
Yeah, I can see that. They do the same thing here.
Yeah, no, but in my case, my mother even the quick thing. My mother had a sister that was a year and a half or so older than me, and the one that was, but my grandfather favored the younger daughter. They both admitted to it, but there was a reason. And so the older sister would tell my mother back when they were children, she goes, go ask Dad if we can go to the movies, because she was the one that could pull the wool over his eyes.
That's funny. The way got some manipulation going on there.
No, it was just interesting. I mean, those family things are funny sometimes. They're not necessarily funny at the time. But anyway, anything else, Kevin?
No, sir. Have a a good night. Appreciate you doing that.
All right, that was Kevin. Kilo India 4 Zulu Zulu Delta Golf, and he's Gladeville / Mount Juliet. I don't think Gladeville, they have a post office, so I guess they qualify. Who else is east?
Whiskey up 5 Romeo India Papa with a relay.
Yeah, go ahead with the relay.
KI4 SIB Richard wanted to relay. You couldn't hear him from Lebanon.
Richard, try again. I got nothing. Okay, he's in there. That's Richard. So am I supposed to check in his XYL as well?
The relay him, yeah.
Say it really again. You just got Richard, and am I supposed to check in his XYL?
I didn't get that, so I didn't think that.
All right, very good. I'm sorry you can't hear. And what? Okay, relay back to him. When's he going to get an antenna up on this new abode, or did he run out of money?
Heck, this is the first time I've talked to him. I don't know how long, so I didn't know either.
So he's a classic sandbagger, man.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Very good. All right, thanks. Thanks, Michael. That was Richard, KI4SIB. Anybody else out there east? Oh, to the north. All righty, we got Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. You doing all right this evening?
Yeah, doing good. At the time on the radio today was fun. I don't know where Richard moved to. I know about where he moved to. He'd go drive over there and see if the hill that he talks about, how bad it is. But yeah, I don't know if he can even hear you. So we got him relayed in KE40.
Yeah, he had a hill going to the west of him when he lived up there by the ice cream place.
Yeah, I think the one he's on now, I think he's right in front of another one. I know about where he is. We'll have to do some investigating. Maybe go for a sneak and
Yeah. Well, I know I miss hearing from him. Anyway, that was West. You got anything else on that, West?
Yep. Proceed on, KE4TW.
I shall proceed. That was West. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India in Possum Town, kind of north Wilson County. Kind of northeast, actually, I think. Who else is north?
KD4 Joanne.
Hello, Danny. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I could hear Richard.
Oh, cool. I guess that shouldn't surprise me. In that direction, obviously, he's got a better signal going to what would be to him, I guess, east, northeast, or northeast.
Yeah, it was about an S3, but I could hear him. He was on. Did you hear me, Paul?
Who just asked him?
Richard did.
Oh, no, I can't hear him at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we had a pretty good day, so anyway, I'll catch you on the next one.
Very good. That was Danny. He's in near Cotton Town. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else is north?
Jack, he's going to skip west. Watch, just wait to see.
Who's anybody up north before I skip west?
Ricky was yeah.
One more time. There was like a double in it.
I said Ricky was calling you.
Oh, Ricky, you out there?
Yeah, Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha.
Ah, very good. How's your net going, by the way, since I haven't been on it on Thursday nights?
Well, it's been doing really well. We usually average about an hour and time-wise, and usually always at least 13.
Oh, that's great. But I'm going to give you some advice. Don't let anybody talk to you in doing any other nets, because otherwise it'll get away from you.
Yeah, roger that. I'm pretty happy with doing the 2, but I was thinking about maybe adding something to the Simplex net, where maybe making it to where anybody, if they had any items or whatever they'd like to get rid of or maybe get a hold of, they could add that in their comments, as far as just adding it to the net, not do a separate net.
Oh, yeah, that's not, I think it's a good idea. It is. We do that. We used to do that more. I just started doing it again last week with like I'm going to do it today after the 2-meter net. The buy sell, we do you probably heard me say it, the buy sell, swap and swindle net.
Yeah, I like that, the swindle net.
Right. Or it worked the last time I used it in it.
You know, that's the way it goes. But what can you say? As far as it happens, and I don't know if it's intentional or not. But you know what? It does happen.
Oh yeah, no, well, again, when you buy used stuff, it's buyer beware. In good faith, you do not expect somebody and respect is going to screw you out of something. If I ever had, even I've sold things on eBay. None of it was, none of it was ham stuff. But I've sold stuff on eBay, and I'll say, look, if you have any problem, just send it back. If it isn't what I promised it was, just send it back.
Yeah, roger that, or at least buy something within driving distance. That way you can go back and see it. You don't want to buy something over in California and person, and then you can't. They won't refund the money. You can't take it back. At least you can. If you get it round close, you can at least go and see them personally and discuss it.
Yeah. Anything else for the net, Ricky?
No, that's it. I just want to. I thought when Michael was talking about the old folks back there, might get upset with him putting up other antennas. I think they would probably be more upset not knowing what he's doing and just being curious. I don't know if how old folks are. If something's going on in the area, we got our eyes peeled. I tell you.
Oh yeah, they do. Of course, they got lots of time to worry about stuff too.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, if something new's going on, they'll spend more time like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? But I'm an old folks now, so I do it. I admit it. But anyway, no, nothing else. To see if you can get some more folks. I'm listening in. This is K4 BWA. God bless everybody.
Yeah, Ricky says, God bless everybody. Kilo 4 Bravo, Whiskey Alpha. He's in Portland. And he does the Simplex Net on Thursday nights, 147-555. Easy to remember, 147-555 at 7 o'clock Central Time, 1900 hours. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
Well, you heeded my call last time, and you got on the right microphone and the right rig, Mark.
Yep, I'm back on the old standby. Hey, you're talking about getting bad stuff. The old car adage is always, they say it ran when parked, and they don't necessarily specify how long ago that was.
Yeah, you have to ask, what year was that?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some that have been 25 years ago, and they'll say, well, we drove it in the garage. And I have a friend that had an old one like that, and it was practically gone, rusted down to the floor.
Oh, wow. Hey, do most people who collect, whether they're just individual owners, do most of those try to keep the car up off of the tires, up on blocks, so to speak, to keep it from having the tires get messed up, or do they just take it out regularly and it's not a problem?
Well, the best thing to do is to drive them, and not just start them up in the garage. And the best thing to do is just go put 20 miles on them or something every now and then. It gets harder to do than you might think the older you get, sometimes. But I've never put one up on jack stands or anything like that. Tires usually run out of date code before they run out of tread.
Oh, absolutely. I know I did that one time. I had tires and I took them in, and the guy says, one of them was a bad tire. He says, you need to replace these tires. I go, why, man? They got lots of tread on them. The date code was like they were 10 or 12 years old.
Yeah, I bought a car one time that the tires were almost 30-year-old Michelin X's on it.
Wow. Well, did you keep them?
No, I didn't. Probably should have. At the time, it didn't seem important, but they were so badly cracked that
I swear I could see the inner tubes.
Well, they had. I don't know that I've ever. I know that especially if they're open to the sun, it's the UV radiation affects tires, and the heat affects tires, and they just and the oil gets. I think the oil gets. I don't know. I don't think the right word to say it, but tires got oil in them, right? And I think that gets oxidized as well.
Yeah, they just go bad from being old, like the rest of us. So anyway, I'll run them maybe 6 or 7 years, and then I'm looking for new tires.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, there's nothing like a flat tire when you don't expect it. Anyway, that's Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. That's Mark in Northwest Wilson. Who else is north? Over to the west, west, and west.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
All right, I had a double in there, but Greg won. Everything all right, Greg?
Yeah, everything's good. I just love the smell of new tires. We talked about the smell of Western Auto. I've always liked that when I was growing up, that vulcanized rubber. And to this day, I still walk into random tire shops and ask if I can smell their tires. Now, you can throw me out.
Yeah, you're going smelling tires and taking pictures.
Can I help you, sir? No, I'm just smelling.
Yeah, no, it's funny how those things there's a big connection there. Even going into a garage and a working garage and a repair shop and smelling the different smells with the oils and the lubricants and the gasoline and the diesel. It's a good smell.
Yeah, I think Western Auto, so they pumped in smell.
Yeah, and you mix in the coffee too.
I think it was just the smell of manly testosterone.
It is. It's something about that because it makes women real uncomfortable.
All right. Well, I got to go snip a place. I got to go.
All right. Yeah, I keep a piece of a tire right here on the desk so I can smell it. That was Greg at Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is west?
KO4 OTV.
Hey, Joel. I haven't heard from Jack. Is Jack off tonight? That sounded terrible.
Yeah, don't sound good.
Joel, what's up with you? I didn't even mean to do that.
That was awesome. Oh, not a whole lot. Just sitting around and just got done fixing my TV. I pulled it off the wall and had the resolder, the little nipple it hooks up to in the back. Yeah, it's like, man, I couldn't believe I did that. I got it half of this thing and I forgot I zip tied one of the wires back there, and apparently I got that one too. So, but anyway, I ain't got a whole lot going on. You say you got another net coming on after this besides what we normally do, or something you do every now and then?
No, just a 70 centimeter net.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that. It's been a while.
No, you must have missed it. We've been doing it for the last 2 or 3 nets.
I don't usually get on in the middle of the week, but I don't remember it last week.
Well, I don't remember it either, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that seems about right. But yeah, I haven't done it. Probably, golly, I'd say it's been at least 3 or 4 months. I'd say at least.
No, I can check. I'm not going to look right now. I'm too lazy. Besides, it would interrupt my flow here if there was such a thing.
Yeah, and I think I have it programmed. What is the frequency again, just in case?
446, 415.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the first one. I knew it was 415, but because I think every one of them, well, not every one of them 415, but the majority.
Yeah. You know what? I'm lying. The frequency we normally go to on Saturdays is not 446, 415. It's 144, 240. So I said that wrong from the beginning.
144, 240.
Upper sideband.
Oh yeah. I knew that. That's every week after the this net.
Yes, I even forgot myself to talk about silliness here. I jumped the gun on that. 144, 240 is a net we found.
So you're doing 70 centimeter after that?
No, we don't need to do another 70 centimeter. No. That's only on Wednesday.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense now. All right, well, I won't hold it. KO4 OTV back in there.
For a group with no rules, we sure screw them up, don't we? Anyway, that's Joel. He is in West Ashland City, KO40TV, and a good signal for being out there in the upper west end of somewhere. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Very good, Jack. You missed the other nets today. Can you? Oh no, you checked into the D-Star net. That's right.
Yeah, by relay. You checked me in by relay because I couldn't hear him at all. I didn't hear any signal at all. That was kind of unusual.
Yeah, I know that was unusual. I was surprised he heard me.
Well, you said he was hearing me, and I couldn't believe I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, it's weird. Obviously, odd conditions. And then, like I said, you probably heard me say, I heard him fantastic on D-Star, and I couldn't hear him. And I not couldn't. Really a rough signal on 2 meters up FM.
Yeah, it was noisy tonight, but anyway, I'll let somebody else check in. Thanks for doing that, Paul. I'll see you on the next one, KG4 ILB.
Very good. That was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo, JC14,
Okay, KC14. How you doing, Charles?
still trying to recuperate from those yard work. Just waiting for the ibuprofen to kick in.
The key is you take the ibuprofen while you're doing the yard work.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, very good. Anything for the net tonight, Charles?
That's it. Catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good evening. JC4, thank you.
Yeah, very good. That was Charles in West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. There was another station in there almost simultaneously, wasn't it? Another West station?
4, Oscar Kilo.
Oh, I think that's Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Kilo Echo. Roy, how are you?
I am good, Paul, and I've been listening to that, just sitting there pondering life, and everything's really good. And just been listening to that, the people I could hear and the ones I couldn't. But I couldn't tell you which ones I could hear and which ones I couldn't. So that's the way that is. But everything's good here, and just thought I'd say howdy doody for the night.
Well, Howdy Doody, one of my favorite shows when I was growing up. You know Howdy Doody? Did you ever watch the Howdy Doody show?
Of course.
Okay. Did you know that was one of the first TV shows? We didn't have a color TV set. It was one of the first shows with color TV broadcast.
I can't remember all that, but I believe you. How's that?
Yeah, I just saw a history of the show the other a week or two ago, and it just was interesting to me because that was like I even had my son was asking me about it. He was born in 1985, so he never saw it. But I even had a Howdy Doody puppet, and I even had a Howdy Doody silverware, some spoons. I don't know why my mother bought those, but she did.
Okay, now at least I now know what's wrong with it. That explains it. That definitely does. I will say this is the last day of the year for me. I'm going to a birthday. Don't know how that goes. I made it here.
Well, very good. A birthday party?
I am. That's what I've been planning. That's tomorrow, and yeah, so everything's good.
Sounds good. I hope you had a good. I hope you will have a good birthday.
Thanks. It's gonna be quiet. So anyway, I just wanted to say howdy doody, and I'm glad that's a good fuzzy reminder for you because I saw the smile you put on your face. So anyway, man, you have a good evening and have a finish out the next strong. KO40KE in Madison. The dancing man's out.
Very good. That's a dancing man, Roy. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. By the way, I also had Heckle and Jekyll puppets, if you can remember Heckle and Jekyll. And Roy is in Madison. It's Madison, Tennessee. I don't know if there's another Madison, but that's where that one is. Anybody else west? Please come on.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead, Michael.
Was Roy like 40 over to you?
I wasn't looking. He had a pretty good signal.
Well, I couldn't hear a peep out of it.
No, he had a really nice signal. I mean, there was a little bit of hash in it, but nothing special.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, again, just odd conditions to coming across I-40. You know? It's the only thing I can figure. I mean, I don't know what the deal is because he's up in Madison and it's not that far from Jeff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think he's at a lower elevation though than Jeff. I think he is a little different, and he's got a lesser antenna, I think.
And Jeff has a tower.
Yeah, he's got a killer signal.
All right, that's all. Thanks to net control.
Very good. Anybody else west, please come down. All righty, then we're going for those lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers. I'm hoping Scott remember to stay on the line here. You checked in earlier as a commentary. Scott, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Very good. Everything good with you?
Pretty well. I thought this was a family-friendly net.
Oh, it is family friendly, but only by accident do we do things like I just did.
I couldn't stop laughing at that one.
Oh, yeah, it genuinely was accidental. I don't think I've ever. I may have some. There may be some silly innuendos on the net that I hear or say sometimes, but not like that.
Oh, well, a question for you on your 6-meter antenna you have at your house.
Yes, it's an M squared and one of those square horizontal halos. That's not squalo, whatever they call it.
Oh, it's commercial?
No, it's commercial. Yeah, it's not. It's a M squared is the vendor, and I could get the number for it. I don't have it handy.
Oh, I'm looking at them right now. So you bought it, you didn't build it?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm looking to build something. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Well, there's lots of opportunities out there because 6 meters isn't too big to build, you know.
No, it really isn't. So we may go with something like that. We'll have to ponder it a little. Nothing else for the net, I don't believe. So carry on. K1 SPD.
Very good, Scott. You're number 25 for tonight. We haven't been up at 25 in a while. That was Scott, and he's in Laverne. Kilo 1, Sierra, Papa, Delta. Anybody else? Sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, and all that sort.
Comment. Below that remark, KF4LNX.
KF4, is it his KF4 LNX?
That's me. Kilo Fox 4, Lima November X-ray. Name here is Jared. Juliet Alpha Romeo Hoka Delta. I am mobile on 40.
Oh, very good, Jared. Jared, have we met before?
Plenty of times.
I thought so. I figured that was the Jared.
One of several I have found in the Middle Tennessee area on AM radio.
Yeah, Jared's not, I'm not going to say it's an unpopular name, but it's not a very common name normally, but I hear it more here. I don't know why. Is there some historical reason that Jared would be important in Middle Tennessee? No, I lost Jared again. All righty. Well, we got Jared in there. At least I got to talk to him that time. That's Jared. His call is KF4LNX, and I believe he's mobile. It's Lima November X-ray. Kilo 534 Lima November X-ray. Anybody else? Lollygaggers, sandbaggers, lurkers. I might as well go down the whole list here. Skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, blackguards, repeater chunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, and the flat earthers. And well, I want to throw in the people who believe there's a civilization living inside the earth. They must really put up with a lot of heat. And then, of course, scanner listeners have to email me.
Comment.
Hold on, Mike. Who was the other check-in? Do we have another check-in? No, I guess not. It was one of the lizard people. What's up, Mike?
Hey, I just wanted to ask Scott when he's coming to breakfast.
Okay, wait a minute. Who was that last station? Because I was just a little bit rough copy. Please say again. Was there another station trying to check in? I heard somebody talking, but it didn't seem like he was talking to me. He said something about a sale of a house. I think we have some odd conditions jumping in here from somewhere else. And what were you saying, Mike?
I was just going to ask Scott when he's coming to breakfast.
When's the next one?
Second Saturday of the month. That'd be next Saturday.
All week from tomorrow. No, wait a minute. What is today? Today's Saturday, isn't it? A week from today.
Yes, a week from today. I guess you were on a different Saturday. Yes, a week from today. Yeah, Golden Corral, Hermitage.
Well, that's why I don't show up. I'm always on the wrong day.
Oh, we'd love to have you. We have a good time.
I'll try to make it.
Oh, there's no rules. You know, we're not going to hold it against you. We just like to see people. You know, have fun.
I hear you. K1 is pretty.
Very good. That was Scott. Anybody else? Any of that categories I gave? Is there anybody else out there? The sandbaggers, all the gaggers, lurkers, that list.
Kilo Delta 4, Victor Uniform Whiskey, Starlin Angel Sound, Best Phase.
Hey, Carlin. You're number 26 tonight. Congratulations.
Okay, that'll be. Yeah, I can't remember his call. They tried checking a while ago that Danny GON mentioned to you.
Yes, Richard.
Yeah, I had about an S9 on him up here. So, I don't know what's going on. Maybe conditions, maybe new locations or something.
Well, he's been having trouble with his new. He lives out in somewhere in Lebanon, East Wilson County, and he's having trouble getting into the net. And I think it's a terrain problem that he doesn't have going to the north to you.
Really not. I don't know. Anyway, well, thought I'd check in, say howdy doody, and hope everybody's enjoying the weather. Everything else about the day. There's a good thunderstorm today. Looks like it's going to be kind of clear for the next couple of days. So that's, I guess, a good thing, I reckon. I don't know. Oh, while I think of it, I remember you was talking to me here about up on Amazon, they had a radio, because I found that thing here the other night. It makes you think of the FT857. And I looked at that thing and looked at all the pictures, and I noticed there was quite a few different things about it. One, it didn't have Yazoo's name on it. It told who manufactured it in China. And the other thing was that it had a in connector for the UHF VHF on the thing, besides the HF connector. I thought, too. And it was also a hefty price, too, at $1,400 something. I thought, good Lord, how much? My. Well, they must have had some fun building that thing, you know. I'm really proud of themselves. So, I don't know. But anyhow, I thought I'd mention that to you. I remember you saying something about that about a month ago. Can't remember where that was at. You were telling me about that. But anyway, enough of that. I guess I'll clear, and that way you can get more shaky. So with that said, turn it back over to Net Control KD4VW.
Yeah, the one I was talking about, though, wasn't on Amazon. It was on that Alibaba out of China.
So this happened to have been on Amazon, if I'm correct. But I was just like, dang, you know, looked just like it, you know, except, you know, I tried to look at the pictures where you can see somewhat of the top of the head, but what I could make out of it, you couldn't really make out anything. It definitely didn't say Yazoo. But it was manufactured for that outfit that's making all these Chinese redneck cuisine or something or another. I don't know how you pronounce that. QUENC something or other. SHI, I think. I can't remember how to say it, but QUX, I can't remember what it was. But anyway, oh yeah, you had to buy so many of them. I forgot how many you had to buy. I thought that was weird too. But anyway, I'll let you up and turn it back over to you where you get more changes. 84 meter.
Yeah, very good, Carl. You'll have to look that up again on the 857 at the look-alike. And it was fairly cheap though on Alibaba. But I did see yesterday, I think it was, on Temu, TEMU, their site, where everything's for like, it's like a dollar store for crap almost. But it has one of the radios is a dual band 25-watt radio. I think that's what it was. And it's offered by a company called Harry Radios, HAIRY Radio. I ain't buying no Harry radio, okay? Anyway, anybody else out there, please come in. All righty. We're going to go right over to 144.240. We had 26 check-ins, which is a little above our average for recently. It's nice to have that many people in there, people responding to us. Is there anybody? Let's move over. Let's move without further ado to 144.240. Also, here somebody want to check in.
I got something to sell.
Oh, okay, very good. Let's go with it. Got something to sell first.
I've got that dual band 220 70 centimeter square horizontal directional loop base antenna. Normally sells for $76. My price is $40.
Very good. A directional loop base. It's one of those like a square loop, right?
Yep, that's it right there. If you Google 220 megahertz antenna on Amazon, it'll be like the third one down.
Very good. A 220 70 centimeter square loop directional antenna. $40. And his email is good on QRZ, I believe. If not, contact me. I'm easy to find. For $40 though, $40 for a 220 70 centimeter antenna. Anything else for buy, sell, swap, and swindle?
And that was from K1 SPD.
Yeah, that was K1 SPD on QRZ. K1 SPD. All righty. And we're moving over to 144.240 upper sideband. Just moving there now. K4P. All right, we're here on 144.240 looking for check-ins on this 144.240 upper sideband. Please come now from the south.
K1 SPD.
Kilo 1, Sierra Papa Delta, good signal there. Scott in Laverne. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Oh, you big signal there, Jim. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet in Woodbury. Who else is south? South or east?
KM4 RF.
Yeah, very good signal. Scott's as strong as you are, if you can believe that. He's really good. Did you hear Scott that well?
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Very good. Who else is east? Any more east stations? Stan? On to the north. Yeah, big signal out of Danny up there in near Cotton Town. Kilo Delta 4 GON. Who else is north? Over to the west. Ah, very good. We got Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. That's Carlin there in Angeltown, Bethpage area. Who else is there any more north stations? How about west?
Kilo Delta 4 India Victor.
Well, Jack won that one. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who was the other station? Who was the other station?
It's Charles, KC14Q.
Ah, very good. Really big signal from Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec and West Nashville. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else west? Or south? We already covered south, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's about right. We got 9 in there. Not everybody has sideband, unfortunately. Any other stations? Please come now. Any place, anywhere? We'll take Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Virginia, East and North and South Carolina. Got nothing. All right, we're going to move right over to 50.135. 50.135 upper sideband on 6 meters. We'll see you there momentarily. Well, it sounds pretty noisy over here, but we'll give it a try. This is K4 PEW looking for check-ins from the south. Please come down. Anybody in the south?
K1 SPD.
K1 SPD. Okay, very good. That was who that was. Michael, you checking in?
Yes.
All right, KM4YRF. We got you in there, Scott, but I could just barely, I could hear it, but I wasn't sure it was you. Anyway, K1 SPD in Laverne, very, very low. KM4YRF, Michael here, it's very loud. Who else is south or east? South, east, or north? KD4GON. Are you copying him better than me, Mike?
It was low, but I had no problem hearing him.
No, it was low enough I could. It was enough that I could hear him, but if it was any lower, I would probably be struggling. But Danny, I got you in there. Kilo Delta for Golf Oscar November. Who else is north? I'm not copying anything else. Is there something else, Mike?
I'm not hearing anything.
All right. North or west? Very good. We got Greg in there. Kilo Delta for Charlie Victor Echo, and I got KO4 OTV in there. That's Joel up there in west. Well, the western sector, I'll call it. West Ashland City. Who else is west? I'm not copying anybody else. Is that Jack?
Charles.
Oh, so I got Charles already. Thought I did anyway. Hold on. Did I get Charles? No, I'm mixing it up. Yeah, no. Sorry about that. Charles, hit me again, please. Ah, very good. I can hear you when I pay attention. That was Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Who else is west? Anybody else, any place, anywhere, or somebody copying something I can't hear?
I think I heard Jack. Just really, really low.
Jack, are you still in there? No, I can't hear Jack at all. Anybody out copying Jack? Yeah, I can't hear him. Jack, if you're there, click 10 times. What's the matter, Bella? Yeah, I'm not copying Jack at all. He's there. Anyway, we had 9 in there, and we're going to go over to 223,415 for those of you interested in going over there. So we'll see you then. Appreciate you checking in. There was 9 of us in both 2-meter upper side band and on 6 meters. And 6 meters sure didn't sound good tonight. Well, at least for some. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. K4PEW.